We only live in one way, man. It's Monday through Sunday, my guys. Appreciate everybody for tuning into the show. Hope everybody's out there living a good life, man. Having fun in life, man. All that good stuff, man. I'm your host, Jay Money, man. We got our guy Skee Prophet. You know how we do it on Winning Wednesday. Here's Skee, my brother. How you doing over there? Is everything cool with you?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, I know the words to that shit now, Jay. I'm over here singing along.
Hey, that shit popping.
It's a lot to like tonight. I'm gonna stay away from the player props because they did me dirty yesterday. And yeah, let's rock with it. Try to talk about this money.
Let's try to get to some cash, guys. It's all business. It's us against the bookies, man. We're finna break down we got like 9-10 games on the card. Finna break them all down in 30 minutes and try to get to some cash, guys. So if you do like the show, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join as a member, all that good stuff. If you've been cashing with us, my guys. But like I said, it's all business here. First game up. We're headed over here to the streets of Washington, D.C. in this one, Skee. Wizards getting 7 points at the house versus the Denver Nuggets in this one. Wizards coming in off a little back-to-back. Our guy Ronald, I believe he came on the show yesterday and dropped off the Magic and Nelwyn, man. So coming off 10-point loss versus the Magic and Nelwyn, Skee over and under sitting at 228. You like anything in this game? This one of the ones that you like?
Yeah, I would not look towards the Wizards, and my reason would be, they're on a back-to-back. Obviously, you're probably going to be missing Kuzma. They're saying his ankle injury is a little bit worse than they were initially thought. And then you have a Denver team who's just well rested, right? They have 2 days rest before this game. They can use all their energy because they don't have to play again for another 2 days. Mm-hmm. And they've been the better offensive team. Top 5 recent performance, last 5 game stats. Wizards bottom 5, and it's not going to get any better without Kuzma. It's going to be even worse. So I just look at that. I know the Nuggets are the better rebounding team. How do you win by margin? You shoot the 3 well, defend the 3 well. They're top 5 in both of those categories. So I don't see any reason to take the Wizards here. I like the Nuggets.
I'm right there with you. I did take Nuggets in the first half, -3.5, guys. It's my play on this game. I couldn't talk you off some KCP props. He got traded from the Wizards to the Nuggets, right? I'm pretty sure. So he is going up against his old squad. Some people don't think that it doesn't matter, but if you like to play some props and you listen to interviews, you know that when a player goes and faces his former team or the team that he got drafted from, they tell you time and time again that I wanted to show up, especially when they go back to that city as well. So couldn't talk you off some KCP props in this one, points over, 3 points made, whatever. But my only bet on this game is Nuggets in the first half, -3.5. Like I say, it's really all about feel here. Wizards come for back-to-back, Nuggets with the rest advantage. I do think the Wizards have tuned their coach out. I do think that this team is basically done for. Only 2-8 straight up and against the spread last 10 games. So in my opinion, I would stay away from the Wizards for the rest of the season. They're starting Corey Kispert out there, guys. So it lets you know. And I feel like Kuzma, he could probably play if they were like in the playoff hunt, he could probably play. But the playoff hunt is basically over it. So give me Nuggets here in the first half. I do lean Nuggets in the first quarter and the full game as well. Cannot talk you off that full game there, Skee. Set over here to the streets of Toronto here. Raptors land 9 points at the house versus Pacers here. It was 8 last night. It's come up for the Raptors in this one to 9. Need to know if Halliburton is in here, but I'm only looking towards the dog in this game. Skee, any thoughts on this one?
I'm not. If Hallie's not playing, I'm no fucking way am I looking towards the Pacers. I think they're like 4-10 against the spread without him so far this season. That's as simple as that. It's one of the games that I don't love, but I'll just be looking at the injury report, and if he's not out there, I would look to go the other way. And as far as how they've been playing lately, they're 8-4 to the over the last 2 weeks. So if he's in, maybe expect points.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, I can only look towards the Pacers in this one, man. Like I said, I don't really want to lay 9 points with. I feel like you need to see what's up with Scotty Barnes. I think the Raptors are the type of team that they need everybody to do things collectively, offensively as well. Obviously, because Siakam, he's a baller, but he can't have a bad night. Van Fleet, guys like this, though. So this is one where I could see where the Pacers last game, they started out real hot, then they faded out the rest of the game. This one, I see the opposite, where the Pacers do what they usually do, and they start off slow, but get better and better as the game goes on. So I could only look towards the 9 in this one. And I think when like 2 games ago, they were saying Halliburton was out for the next 2 games. Those 2 games are up. So this is the one that he's supposed to come back in. Obviously, you don't know where the head is, where the head space is for the Pacers, because the season is damn near over. They're kind of on the outside end looking for the play-in tournament. You see what I'm saying? So I do worry about that with the Pacers, but I can only look towards Pacers here plus the 9. Heavy lean to the Pacers here, full game plus the 9, guys. Let's head over here to the streets of Dallas here, Ski. We got Luca coming back in this one, man. The line did flip to the Mavs here, but has since flipped back to the Warriors here. Tim Hardaway Jr. downgrade to questionable. Kyrie still questionable as well. What you liking in this one, my guy?
Um, I feel like, all right, this is my thought. I know I always talk about I don't want the Warriors on the road, how terrible they've been, but they started off this road trip really poor. They got the monkey off the back with the Rockets in that last game. They won by a decent margin, even though it wasn't the greatest game. And I just feel like they can take that into this game and try to end the road trip strong versus a Dallas team who's been struggling as well. So seeing Luca game time, although he's upgraded to likely now, but also Kyrie and Tim Hardaway Jr. questionable, I would go with the team that I think is that I know is going to have the players that I want out there. And I just like the Warriors better right now. I look at who's been a better offense last 5 games. It's Warriors. Who's been a better rebounding team? It's them. So I think they can get the job done in a pick'em type scenario and the road trip strong.
Yeah, I worry about the Warriors here, guys. I don't think this is the Warriors of old. I won't go into it too much, but let's just say I don't think that these are the same players. Still same names, but I don't think they're not putting the same output out there on the court. There's a reason for that, in my opinion, man. But the home team is 7-1 straight up in the last 8 meetings here, guys. So for whatever reason, and 8-2 straight up the last 10. So for whatever reason, you just take the home team in this matchup here. The Mavs are 2-0 against the spread this year versus the Warriors. Like I said, this is a huge game for playoff implication as well in this one, man. So that's why Luka's probably coming back in this one. Kyrie did leave in a walking boot last game, guys, but he did say it was precautionary. Who knows? I just feel like you need one of them, Luka, and you need Tim Hardaway Jr. in there for sure, guys. So fifth road game, last game of this road trip for the Warriors here. This isn't the Rockets, my guys. So let me just put it that way. I could only look towards the Mavs here, coming off a loss as well. They are coming off 3 straight road games, but coming off this loss here, I do lean to the Mavs in this one, Ski. It's not a game that I bet, but I'm not in a hurry to back the Warriors on the road.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
How many games has Luka been out? But
Luka's been out for at least 6 or 7. He could be really rusty, I must say.
When a star player comes back in the lineup, you fade them motherfuckers. You don't jump on them. And if you're not gonna have Kyrie, you're not gonna have Tim Hardaway. I don't know. I don't see a whole lot to like from this Mavericks side today.
The Warriors haven't been playing a lick of defense on the road.
That's true.
Steve. That's
They're not
what
gonna
I'm
play no
worried about.
defense.
And like, I'll tell. Did Steph done look a little different to you or what?
Steph probably fed up of carrying these bums. That's probably.
I'm saying like his play though. He doesn't look a little different to you. I'm just wondering.
Well, when he first came back, he was balling like for real. Maybe a little bit lately. It might take a toll on you when you know you're not that same squad anymore. So I don't know.
I'm with you. I don't know, man. I
feel like with the Warriors defense, they
different.
need Wiggins, they need Gary Payton. They need somebody to help strap up on the perimeter and strap up some of them wings over there. So I think that's why you see the defense suffer really.
Yeah, no, that's a fact there. Like I said, I didn't bet this game, but I'm only looking towards the Mavs in this one. Like I say, anything can happen. This is a pick-em type of spread, so take whatever you like in this one. But me personally, if I'm betting this game, I'm only looking towards the Mavs plus the 1. I will say you need Tim Hardaway Jr. in there, and I mean, if Kyrie's, you need one of them, Kyrie or Luka, but you're definitely gonna need Tim Hardaway Jr. in there, his defense, and you're gonna need his 3-point shooting, guys. So Mavs are nothing for me in that one. Couldn't talk you off the over as well, guys. Let's head over here to the streets of Miami. Here we have the Heat here, land 2 points at the house versus the New York Knickerbockers in this one, Ski. Over and under sitting at 224. It's a tough one, Ski. What you like in this one, my guy?
Yeah, I would be looking towards the under. And my thought process here, I know the market doesn't agree with me because it's already went up like 3 or 4 points. But Knicks just gave up 140 to the Timberwolves, and Timberwolves didn't even fucking have nobody, bro. They had no Anthony Edwards, nobody. They put up 140, and this is a Tibbs coach team. He's supposed to be a defensive coach, so I looked up the Knicks after they allowed that many points, over 120. They're 7-0 to the under, as long as their opponent has some rest their last 7 games. So I like that. I looked up how the Knicks as a road dog have done it on the front end of a back-to-back, also 5-1 to the under. And again, situation where the Heat have had 2 days off, maybe to try to correct, some of the things that they weren't doing as good. Usually I think of that as defense, and they got 2 more days off after this. So they can give max effort on that end. All of that lines up for me to be an under, both teams not playing with very much pace. So I like it to be a lower scoring affair. I went under the 223.5.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off there. I got LJ liking the under here as well. I don't really see anybody liking the Heat today, guys. I think we're to that point in the season where everybody on one side. You might want to look towards the other way, man. So, like I say, I think a lot of people are betting the Knicks here. They do cluster wins and losses. They are coming off a loss. They usually, like I say, had won 9 straight. They lost 3 straight. Then they won 3 straight. And then now they're coming off a loss as well with no Anthony Edwards and Owen. It's a tough game for me to kind of figure out. But I know with the double revenge. Well, it's not a tough game for me to figure out because I know with the Heat here as the home favorite with the double revenge, I could only look towards the Heat in this spot. They've lost 3 straight games to the Knicks, but 2 of them this year. So if you're a Heat and you look at this like, damn, we've lost both times to the Knicks this year. Let's try to even this shit up, man. We got to get this game. That's what I see the Heat mentality here, my guys. So Heat -2 is the only way that I could play this one. I couldn't talk you off the under as well, Skee. This could be a playoff style type of game. Like I said, if you like the Knicks, hey, take the Knicks, go with your good. But me personally, the way I look at games, the Heat here, coming off a few lackluster performances, in my opinion, versus the Pistons and the Bulls, I feel like this is a step-up spot here for the Heat. I know they're not the greatest against the spread team, but I do heavily lean to the Heat -2 here with the double revenge, guys. So over here to the
Real
streets
quick,
of
Trey.
– go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you like the Knicks, you probably want to take them first half just because that's been their role. And I just wanted to ask, like, my thought about the Heat, because I really want to take them here today too. And the only reason I didn't is because I just feel like when it's the spots that they're really supposed to step up, or the spots that are made for them, they haven't been performing this year. And I looked at them with the rest advantage. I believe it was 2+ days rest. I think they're like 2-10 against the spread or something poor like that. Do you look at the Heat that way?
I feel like the Heat been picking it up lately, Skee. I feel like it's one where obviously full season they were playing like ass, bro. They were playing horrible. And now they kind of got loud. But I can't tell you, really sneaky injury here, guys. If Caleb Martin doesn't play here, I wouldn't like the Heat. They need him. He's like really one of the better defenders on the team, guys. So he is. I believe I saw some. So he was a late addition to the injury report. He's questionable for versus the Knicks for left knee soreness, guys. So I did see that pop up. That was definitely something that kind of helped had me pump my brakes. The Heat will need Lowry and Caleb Martin in this game, guys. So those are 2 injuries to really keep an eye on. If though Lowry should be back here. If Caleb Martin is out, I can't say that helps you guys for the Knicks in this one, man. But this does feel like a spot where the whole world is on the underdog in this one. And personally, I would be looking towards the Heat -2. That's just the way I look at games, though, guys. I always say I'm not here to tell people exactly what to bet. I'm here to give you sports betting advice. Sometimes you do have to go with your own gut. So I'm saying I'm not going to hit 100%. I didn't even bet the Heat, but that's the only way I'm looking. If Martin and Lowry in there, I'd like the Heat -2. Let's go over here to the streets of Milwaukee here, Skee. Bucks laying 17.5 here, man. What are we doing here, Skee? Good Lord. I know the Pelicans were laying 13 last night, but the Pelicans were motivated. Do you think the Bucks are motivated enough to win this game by 18 points?
Probably not. But at the same time, I'm just at the point where I'm done with the Spurs. They're not good. They don't want to win. I'm not putting my money on them anymore. So it's a Bucks in some kind of way, shape, or form. But with a spread like this, it's a lot of games on the board. I could find some money elsewhere.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you on that, man. Let me see, man, because I feel like with the Spurs, it's real simple. You see who they're playing out there, man. So you got to see who I was playing. Zach Collins, game time decision for Sale, Keldon Johnson, so Hunt. All those guys should be back in with them resting yesterday. You want to see them resting, man? They whole fucking starting 5 is his game time decision, Skee. I feel like I've seen this movie before, man. I think you remember in the bubble, bro, when the Bucks were laying 18 points to the Nets. And they lost that shit outright. You remember that?
Yeah. You think I don't know. I don't know if the Spurs. I don't know though.
No, I'm not saying they're gonna win outright, but I was just saying, do you remember that instance? Though they were laying 18 points and lost to the Nets, like they set everybody out, and they lost that game shit up. Them the point shaving Giannis type of games, man. Nobody. These motherfuckers be working for Vegas, man. I'm telling you this. It be working for Vegas, guys. So if the Spurs get all their guys back in there, I'll be honest. No one's gonna want the Spurs today. Like if their guys play in this one, I feel like this too many points. This will be a game where the Spurs they can play well, guys. I've seen stints where the Spurs play well. Obviously they're tanking, but one thing I'll give you a little secret on, guys, when these tanking teams have been tanking all year, So guess what's going to happen these last 2-3 weeks of the season? Everybody's going to be betting against them like they have been all season. Now is when they're going to take their money, like even especially covering spreads, even if they don't win the game. I think the Spurs cover this shit. They do need Sohan, Vassell, Trey Jones. They need all those guys that sat out yesterday, but you want to see who additionally they're sitting out anybody from yesterday. But I lean Spurs here plus 17.5. I don't think the Bucks are motivated for this one. They're in the kiss the wives and children goodbye spot as well. They do have a 4-game West Coast road trip on deck after this game. So the Bucks, like I said, it's not the same as the Pelicans yesterday where they were really motivated. The Bucks can come out here literally sleepwalking and win this game by 5 points, and they're a-okay with it, and they know that Vegas is going to be okay with it as well. So I could only look towards the Spurs here plus 17.5. You want to see who all is playing, but I think this is way too many points. Mamu Kelishvili as well. He had got traded from the Bucks, guys. If he does play in this game, he'll have a little pep in his step. He'll have some pep. He'll have a little pep in his step, guys. Mamu out there. But yeah, I like Spurs plus 17.5 there, my guys. Got to make sure everybody's playing though. Let's get over here to the streets of Minnesota here, Skee. Wolves laying 4.5 at the house versus the Hawks, my guy. Damn, man. What we do with this, my brother?
Yeah, my note sheet didn't print out for this one, but Karl Anthony Towns coming back, another guy who's been out for forever. I'm not sure. I think he's gonna come in and be rusty, might mess up the flow. I feel like they were playing a little bit better without him anyway. And then Anthony Edwards banged up as well with an ankle injury. Not sure if he's gonna play. Even if he does, how effective will he be? So I don't know that the Timberwolves should be favored in this game. I would be leaning more towards taking the Hawks plus the points if I'm getting involved here. And also, if I think the Hawks are gonna win the game, they don't play a whole lot of defense. I probably would like the over too.
No, that's a fact right there, man. I didn't like that. So the Hawks, their guys didn't play too many minutes, but Trae Young did play 30. It was just, I'm watching the game, bro. I always like to watch a game when the team plays back-to-back. I just feel like it was dumb as hell, bro. They up 27, like with 5 minutes going. You still got 3-4 starters in the game. They just really rubbed me the wrong way. I wanted to take the Hawks here. Karl Anthony Towns is coming back. I hope they start Karl Anthony Towns. I hope they start his ass. That's what I hope. Wolves laying 4.5 here. It's too many points. I mean, Anthony Edwards, I really don't think he plays. I don't know why they're doing this, man. The guy has a real injury over there, man. So maybe he plays. I'm not a doctor, but come on, Skee. You've had an ankle sprain before. You see how much pain he was in. I know he's out of the walking boot here, but for you to play an NBA game, for you to be cutting on the ankle playing defense, come on, man. I don't think Edwards is even close to being ready to play, in my opinion. DeJounte Murray, I don't think he had no damn illness. His illness was getting ready for this game in this one, my guys. But I think the Hawks plus 4.5 is the right side here. I don't even think we should wait on Murray because I think he's playing for sure. I don't think we should wait on Edwards because I don't think he's playing. You already got the info that Karl Anthony Towns is back. My guy hadn't played in like 50-some games, bro. You talk about being super rusty here. See, I know he's been practicing, but I could only look towards the Hawks in this one, guys. Heavily lean to the Hawks in this one, Skee. What do you think? Should we take the Hawks here? Our guy Ernest like Hawks in the first half. I'm thinking Hawks full game here, bro. Is the look, my guy.
Yeah, well, Almar already was leaning that way. On what you said makes sense as far as we don't need to wait anymore because we know Edwards is likely not to play, and I think Murray's going to play as well. So yeah, I think we should. The best number you can get is 4.5 when they rule Murray in and rule Edwards out. Probably be down to 2.5 or 1.5, something like that.
And look, bro, we gotta be honest with ourselves. This is a major revenge spot, bro. They just got smoked by 20 points. Anthony Edwards had 32 points in a game, 5 assists. I'm sure you catch the assist over knowing they got smoked, bro. They were down 11 in the first quarter, 24 in the first half. The Hawks never had a lead in that game. That was all the more reason why I figured they'd rest their guys a little bit more, even though no one really played over 30 minutes except for Trey. But in this revenge spot here, I know they have the rest disadvantage, but I mean the Wolves' schedule is so hard, guys. I don't think they're making the playoffs, man. But I like Hawks here plus the 4.5.
I'm down, Jay.
I like it. I hadn't bet it yet. I gotta put a little something on this shit, man. All right, so I don't even really care about this shit right now. I'm you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to the casino putting nothing heavy on this shit, but I like the Hawks plus the 4.5. I'll go with my good on this one. Give me Hawks here plus the 4.5, my guys. Revenge game, J spot, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Chicago here. You like how we talk some shit out, Skee? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's do it. That's what we're here for.
No, that's a fact. Let's go over here to the streets of Chicago here. Skee, just real quick, let's backtrack. What do you think? If Cat starts here, bro, we gotta take the Hawks early, bro, because him and Gobert, we know that shit did not work before, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna be rusty. I just feel I don't like to take road teams when they're coming off a back to back in the first quarter, but I feel like you gotta look at the Hawks early here. Maybe Ernest is on something with that first half plus 2.5. What you think?
I haven't been big on the quarters this year, but the concept, it does make sense to me. We want to. You got to make sure he's starting too, right? Because he could.
Facts.
They said he's playing, but he could have a minutes limit. He could come off the bench. Just wait
Hmm.
a little bit later, and if they do announce it, I would agree with you.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Yeah, so I'll put a little sum on Hawks plus 4.5. I do lean Hawks in the first quarter, first half. I think this shit gonna flip this time. The Hawks probably cast the trifecta versus the Wolves this time, guys. And I think the line was the other way last time too, where the Hawks were favored, and then the Wolves come in there and cast it on the underdog line. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, man. I think this one flips. Hawks gonna cast the trifecta on them Wolves this time, my guys. Let's go over to the streets of Chicago here. Skee Bulls getting 3.5 points at the house versus the Sixers. I told my guys last night, I said Skee's gonna be on the under here. I'm telling you right now. I know my guy Skee. The total has come down. So first off, it was 109, 105. We're going to double overtime, and that shit still stayed under Skee. It was a 226. They brought it down to 222. Skee, I know you like the under here.
Yeah, this I call it the if you know under, you know what I'm saying? And clearly because they had that shit higher. Like you said, they couldn't even get to it in 2 overtime. So obviously the bookmakers have to adjust it lower. And when they do that in the regular season, within a week of them playing, I have them 62.3% to the under. If it's a conference game after All-Star break, it improves to 64.8%, and it's went under 9 of the last 11 games. So I look at that. Last 5 game stats tell me they're second and third slowest playing teams. They're both top 5 defensive rated teams in that same span. All of that means under, under, under. So that's the way I'm playing it. And I also like the Sixers. Um, they lost the last game with Embiid. They lost the game before that versus the Bulls without Embiid. So it's a double revenge spot for them. Road favorites in that double revenge spot. They cover close to 60% of the time. They win straight up about 68.3% of the time. You have a really short spread here. You're kind of just asking them to win. So I like the Philly side here, and I think this game stays under.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you on that. I could not talk you off on. I knew you was gonna be on the damn under. I lean that way as well. What is my leans on this game? Sixers in the first half. Now I don't think that Harden will play, guys. So I can't say that. And that'll probably make the total go down even more, right? Skee, if Harden doesn't play.
Yeah.
He has Achilles soreness here, and the coach said that his foot was hurting last game as well, guys. So I hate to really kind of make strong assumptions, but I'd say there's a 90% chance that James Harden doesn't play in this game. Nobody really worried about PJ Tucker, to be honest with you, but I still lean Sixers in the first half, even though the Bulls need this game more. But when you have the quick revenge like that, usually I like to look at the team that lost the first game in the first half and the next one. We know MVP, and know Joel Embiid is going for the MVP, guys. So I would only look towards over on his props, his points and assists if Harden is out, which he likely is, points and rebounds as well. So this could still be another Embiid game, even if they lose it. See what I'm saying? So I'd lean Sixers in the first half. Joel Embiid points over, points and assists, points and rebounds, and the under in this game, guys. But I hadn't betted, but I do think that Harden will be out in this game, guys. But they did you watch the last game, Skee? I didn't watch it. They were saying that Embiid was like limping. He was kind of like limping off the court or something. Did somebody could tell me in the chat if they was watching the game? Can y'all
I don't
confirm
remember
that
that.
Embiid? Did you were watching the game though?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him get hurt.
Okay. Yeah,
I was
I know
watching a lot of games, but
yeah, I didn't watch it. So like I say, but hopefully Embiid is not hurt in this one. That's why I hadn't taken a prop. Someone did tell me that he was kind of limping last game, but
I mean, if he was hurt, he would be on the injury report along with PJ Tucker and Harden.
facts. Now that's a fact, man. I'm on MVP. I know I've been telling y'all about this shit, man. I'm gonna stop giving out all the secret sauce. See what I'm saying? But I've told y'all about the Embiid MVP. I told you to bet him, and it's a narrative, but you see what I'm saying? Y'all see what he's doing. He's had more 30 and 10. He's had the most 30 and 10 straight games like since Shaq. See what I'm saying? He's gonna surpass that. He's going for 30 and 10 once again. He's gonna do that shit every night. He's going for at least 30 and 10, and then he's going to sit down on the bench. That's what he's doing. Let's go over here to the streets of Memphis here, guys. Grizzlies land 13 at the house versus the Rockets in this one, Skee. What are we doing? Can we trust the Grizzlies enough to lay 13 with them here? John Morant should be back. They're probably going to be bringing him off the bench. Total sitting at 231 in this one. Skee, I know our guy Punt liked the over in this one, and it's moving in this direction as well. What you doing here?
Well, I like that they don't have Dylan Brooks, but you adding John Morant back in the lineup after missing so many games. I'm just not a fan of, playing on those teams, integrating the star back into the lineup. They're playing good basketball without him. It might mess up the flow a little bit here. Rockets have been playing good basketball as far as covering the number. They're not going to be the better defensive team. They've been rebounding the ball better than Memphis. I want to say, I lean towards the Rockets here, but not a game that I'm involved with.
I think you should listen to that lean, my guy. Just real quick, I'm dead serious. I'll break it down. But so let me see. People saying, yeah, he's not hurt. I watched it. They said Embiid limps off the court every game, and then they said last 3 games with. Hey, hey, they say last 3 games without Harden, Maxey has gone over 25 points. That's why I say, guys, pay attention to the chat. They be having gems in the chat, guys. See what I'm saying? Shout out to our guy Brian Rhodes. And then he's saying, look at Maxey points if Harden is out. And it's something that you probably want to hop on early because the books are going to bump this shit up when Harden is out. 90% chance James Harden to play. If you like those Maxey props, you want to take this shit right now, guys. And then Daniel did say, I think Embiid landed on Milton's leg was limping a little bit. And then our guy Munov says, we will win. I'm right there with you on that shit, Munov. Skee, I think you got the red on. You see what I'm saying? I got to be honest with you guys. I did bet the Rockets plus the 13, guys. I did. It's nothing heavy for me, half unit, but I did bet Rockets plus the 13. I did ride with my guy Punt as well. He told me last night that he liked the over in this one. So I did sprinkle some on over 231 and Rockets plus 13 in this one. And I think it's the perfect storm. If John Morant comes in this one, I think this is going to be like a pickup type of game. We know John Morant doesn't play a lot of defense. They are missing their best perimeter defender in Dylan Brooks. Their offense will uptick without Brooks in there as well. Obviously, still got Triple J in this one, but I see this as a pickup type of game where it's going to be run and gun. The Rockets will keep this game within double digits, and I also think it goes over 231. You got the red hoodie on, bro. Rockets are the right side in this game. 13 is too much to lay with the Grizzlies here, in my opinion. I don't think that they care about this game enough, and the Rockets are one of those tanking teams where they're going to be covering spreads down the red. Skee, have you been paying attention to the Rockets here lately?
Yeah, they've been playing good basketball. I mean, they did this, or at least I remember last year, the same stretch of games, Jalen Green started going off at the end of the year. Yeah. I could see this happening again, them continuing to play well because they already know they bottom feeders. They're already where they want to be. Now they're free balling, free money.
That's all I'm saying with the tanking teams. They've tanked so far. Like they now, even a few wins don't even hurt them because they're already solidified in the bottom 3. You see what I'm saying? So now they can actually hoop, man. The Rockets are balling right now. This is the first game on the road after 6 straight home games, but I just feel like that plus 14 last night was too many points for the Grizzlies to land here. John Morant coming there, kind of mess up the flow, mess up the rotations. No Dylan Brooks here. Give me Rockets plus the 13 and the over 231, half unit each for me in that one. Skee, you got the red on. You got the red on, Skee.
Hawks and Rockets, huh?
And the fucking Blazers, man. Now I like Dame to go for 40 more than I like the Blazers here. Now we're going to the streets of Utah here. Don't like that they're starting to rest guys. Ant Simon's basically resting tonight. Foot soreness. He's gonna fucking foot soreness, man. But Nazir Little, he's out with a concussion as well. Then Jeremy Grant, he's banged up as well. So the Blazers are getting thin. But guess what? If Dame is still playing, that still tells me they at least trying to play a little bit here, Skee. I feel like I hate red, bro, but like these Blazers, I think it's the Reds coming through today, my brother. I think they are, but Blazers plus 4.5. I could only look that way. I think Dame goes for a 40 piece, a 40 burger here. You could wait on marketing. Marketing might come in and go up to 6. I don't care. I think this is a Blazers type spot. I think the Blazers win this game outright, Skee. Bold take.
You know what? Only thing I can think of when I hear Lillard is him talking lately, like he's tired. He don't want to be rebuilding. Now all of a sudden, it seems like he's going to be out of Portland.
Why he ain't sitting out?
I hear you. All I'm going to say is this is how I feel about the Jazz. Like, I just don't know who they are, what they're trying to do. They look like a team of just players put together to start the year. They've been balling. They're supposed to be a lottery team, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. They started taking players out. They don't want to play Clarkson. They don't want to play marketing. Then they still, come out and play well in the game. It's just hard to call this Jazz team. I'm looking at last 5 game stats. They're number 1 offensive rated team and rebounding team. They've been a better defense. I mean, who hasn't been a better defensive team than the Blazers lately? So it's hard for me to get away from the Jazz if I'm even getting involved in this game. I probably would look towards the over. just because I know that's how these teams have been playing. They should play up tempo. Both teams lacking on defense. Last 2 weeks, I have them as 9-2 to the over combined. So lean over, lean Jazz. Probably not going to be a game that I play.
I'm fading all y'all ass in the chat, my guys. The Jazz. So marketing just came in. I think this is a recipe right here, guys. I think this is a recipe. Marketing. I can't give you guys too much of the spiel, but let's just tell you this: marketing sat out last game. The Jazz win in the game where nobody thought they would win. Now marketing will come back in, whereas the Jazz is a favorite, and everybody's going to take the Jazz. I think the Blazers win this game outright, man. I just got to feel. I hadn't taken it yet. I'm wait. Like I say, I'm gonna wait till this line go up. It'll probably touch 6. It's already touching 5.5 here. Skee marking is in. Everyone's gonna take the Jazz here. I think they lose, my guys. So you take whatever you like, but I think Dame going for 40. I think he goes over his 36.5 here, regardless of what happens here. Dame is going bonkers in this one, especially no Simons, but. Blazers plus 5.5. I believe that is the right side in this one, guys. They're sending out a ton of pump fakes in the last few 2-3 weeks, and it works as well, guys. It shit works. They get everybody to get on one side. I think the Blazers are the right side in this, and I think Dame shoots 20 free throws in this game as well, guys. So Dame over 36.5 points. I do think that's the best bet in this game. I do think you can ladder it up to 40, but unpopular look. Which are the looks that will start to cash over the last 3 weeks of the season. Blazers plus the 5.5 is the only way that I could look in that game. And I lean Blazers on the money line as well. A little fire blizz. I'm going to have to go watch Shotters or something. Last game up here, Skee. This is what you're here for. It's winning Wednesday. It's Lakers Wednesday. When you come on here on a Wednesday, these motherfuckers usually win. Lakers getting a point at the house versus Suns. Skee. They lost 9 straight times to the damn Suns, bro. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I gotta come on. I can't wear the Laker gear on here. I gotta wear it after they win. That's the secret. That's why it's been winning on Wednesday. But it's a game that's extremely important for the Lakers, man. I mean, it's important for I guess the Suns too, but it's like do or die type shit for the Lakers. Really seeds, I think it's 5 through 12 or 6 through 12. They all separated by less than 4 games. And the Lakers, they're like a half game behind the 2 teams in front of them, and 1 game behind the next 2. So if they lose this one, it's going to make it tough. I mean, you already went out there and tricked off the game versus the Rockets trying not to play AD versus back-to-back games. Now you're going to come in here versus a Suns team who's not even playing good basketball. They've lost, 4 of their last 5 games. They're without KD. They're without DeAndre Ayton. Lakers, as healthy as they're going to be for the near future. If you can't win this game, bro, what are we doing? The Lakers are toast. Lakers have been a better offensive rated, defensive rated, rebounding team the last 5 games. They're number 2 team defending the 3, even though the Suns are good shooting it. Lakers at the house. And you know who's reffing tonight? You know what he do with the script.
Hey, I took him last night. I don't even give a damn. I'll be honest. I was laying in bed last night. I'm like, damn, I wonder who's gonna ref this game for the Lakers tomorrow. But I had already took him plus the 1.5. You know what I'm saying? But this is an absolute must-win spot for the Lakers, you guys. I know it's a late night ESPN game. Don't like that everybody's. So I'll be honest. There are some people that I like to fade, and they're on the Lakers here. But like I said, I already took them. This is a must-win spot. I can't say if they lose this game, they can kind of start to kiss the playoffs goodbye, man. So this is a put up or shut up type of game. The Suns are 0-5 against the spread last 5 games. They are not in good form, guys. I've been watching this team lately. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they had a letdown because they thought they had KD, and then he was out again for the rest of the regular season. But this team is not playing like themselves. CP3 is getting older by the day, obviously. Aiden didn't even make the trip here, guys. I did take the Lakers plus the 1.5 last night. I still like them plus 1. Lakers should win this game. I put a half unit on it. I mean, if they don't, it is what it is. But this is a spot that I'll take 10 times out of 10 and live with the results, man. That's the type of shit that I'm on. I'm not losing sleep over these games no more. I'm taking my spots. I'm living with the results here. So give me Lakers here, plus the 1, plus the 1.5, money line, whatever you'd like to do in this one, Skee. Any thoughts on the total here, my guy? Sitting at 230, you think it gets over, or it's going to be more of a defensive playoff style type of game?
I think the Suns will struggle to score. Their offense has already been kind of I was gonna say, for lack of a better term, shitty. but Lakers are really good defensively ever since they made those trades, and they can defend the perimeter. Like I said, the things that the Suns do well. So I'll be looking towards maybe Suns team total under. That kind of sounds a little bit good to me. And I don't think Chris Paul's gonna have a lot of success. He's not gonna be getting to the line. You remember what he said, Jay? I know it's not the playoffs, but he already told you 14 in a row. If I was the betting man, He said, "Damn, you see Scott Foster over there. You know what to do."
No, that's a fact, man. The Suns have won a few since that, but I don't care. I still think that, like I say, I don't care who's refereeing this. And I took it last night plus the 1.5. I do think that helps a little bit, but anything can happen, guys. Nothing is guaranteed. This is the NBA that we're talking about here, guys. This is basically a huge soap opera. So y'all know me. I tell you how it is, man. This is a huge fucking soap opera. It's politics. It's all lit, my guys. So, but let's get to some free picks, man. It's time to get out of here, Skee. You know what? Let's take a little Let's let Ruby have a few words in this one, my guys. Y'all check out the MLB guide from Wager Talk.
Play ball. Hot off the press, handicappers from Wager Talk, Sports Memo, and The Gold Sheet have collaborated on the 2023 Wager Talk Media MLB betting guide. From World Series odds to regular season win totals and everything in between, this year's betting guide features previews on all 30 teams, all 6 divisions, and season-long awards like the Cy Young, MVP, and Rookie of the Year. Each preview contains key roster acquisitions and departures to help you get up to speed before opening day. Visit wt.buzz/MLB23 to download your free guide, and we'll see you in the batter's box.
Skee, what you liking?
Hey, you a fool, man.
Skee, what you liking on tonight's card and what you got to promote over at Wager Talk, my brother?
You can find all my work on Twitter, Skee Profit. Everything that I do, I tweet it out, whether it's Wager Talk or anything else. So just give me a follow there. And best bets for the show, I'll do a side, a total, and let's do a dog, a favorite, and a total. Because we know I have a little bit of volume here. We'll go Lakers as a short dog. They're getting the job done tonight. We'll go Nuggets as a favorite play tonight. All that rest that they have, I think they, longer the game goes on, more advantage for them. And then we'll go with, if you know, Philly and Chicago under.
Bro, me and I'll be on some more shit, bro. This guy. Nah, look, this is what I like, man. This is what I bet already today. Nuggets in the first half, -3.5. What else I bet? I did just bet Hawks plus 4.5 on this show, guys. Rockets plus the 13. Rockets Memphis over 231. I'm right with my guy Punt on that one, guys. Y'all know I don't bet totals. Lakers plus the 1.5. Super close to Blazers plus 5.5, guys. I'm gonna wait till that one goes up to the tip. I still think Blazers are the right side there. Y'all can do what the fuck you want. Dame over 36.5, heavy lean in that one. Heavy lean to that Bulls game under as well. Our guy Skee can only look at Embiid props going for the MVP in that one. And then Spurs. I'm watching the Spurs game closely. Spurs plus the 17.5, guys. I just need to have all their guys in there, man. And I lean the Heat -2 as well, man. But man, I just like everybody feel like that Jazz so easily, man. I gotta put some on the Blazers plus the 5.5. If they lose it, it is what it is. I'm going with my spots, man. But let's go, man. Let's get some cash. That's the info today, man. Free NBA picks every single day for you guys, man. I appreciate everybody for watching the show. If you really do like the show, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, my guys, all that good stuff. It's Us Against the Bookies, guys. We're always trying to cash here. You don't have to ride with us. You don't have to take what we're taking. We're not necessarily here to tell you exactly what to bet. We're here to give you sports betting advice. If you like to ride with us, let's cash. If you're on the other side, hey, go with your gut, my guys. We will win, though. Let's go. We out. Let's cash.